This month marks the 10-year anniversary of flooding that left extensive damage across our region.
The National Weather Service described it as rainfall and flooding of historic proportions with up to 17 inches of rain in some areas.
To begin our series, Rising Above the Flood, 10 years later, News 8's Madeline O'Neill took a trip to Gays Mills in Crawford County today, where things look a lot different than they did in 2007.
Right, Mike and Martha. Flooding from the Kickapoo River 10 years ago in the small village of Gays Mills destroyed dozens of homes and shut down a number of businesses. Many residents were sick of all the flooding and decided to leave town, but those who have stayed have worked hard to rebuild a safer community.
It's beautiful here, and it's worth everything.
Sandy Ritzloff knew what she was getting into when she moved to Gays Mills 11 and a half years ago.
Beauty and water.
It's a village many spend their whole lives in.
It's their life.
Despite episodes of major flooding.
Just caught you.
Ritzloff can show you pictures from 2007.
It was my first one that I've ever seen.
And also photos from 1917.
The heading was, "Here we go again."
And now in 2017.
You don't get used to it. You just make do with it.
Residents are still feeling the impacts of a decades-old flood.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Larry McCarn was village president during the floods of '07 and '08 and says they've left a hole in the community.
You can feel it by certain things.
Things like empty lots, lasting proof of more than 50 building demolitions. And also by the population signs, previously noting over 600 people.
We're only like 4-something now.
Many took government buyouts and got out of town.
They just were tired of it.
In 2007, some business owners were tired too.
Either close or move.
Stephen Mickelson owned the village's grocery store, but flood damage was getting to be too much. But he knew the village needed a store, so he relocated to higher ground in Gays Mills, with the marketplace opening in 2011.
So I think the future actually is bright for Gays Mills.
Since the floods, on this hill you can find new businesses, a new EMT building, and a new village hall.
The people in general here are pretty tough.
Many, including Ritzloff, stayed living near the river. 19 homes have been elevated and flood-proofed.
But I'm not moving. I don't want to move.
And for others, more than a dozen new apartments and homes on the hill offer extra protection.
We just keep fighting.
Marks of resiliency
It's just our home.
that not even floodwaters can wash away.
It's worth a little water.
The former village president I spoke with today says most of the people who left Gays Mills over the past decade did so because of the flooding. But the people I talked to say they're hopeful for the village's future and believe it has the potential to grow.
Thanks a lot, Madeline. And since the floods 10 years ago, there were 57 demolitions and buyouts from government agencies in Gays Mills. That includes businesses and some homeowners.